Let's count down the top 10 rides at Elitch Gardens. Number 10, turn of the century. Throughout the century, such new attractions as the 200-foot tall drop tower, Tower of Doom, have definitely taken our breaths away, whilst others have either vanished into history, or in the case of this classic wave swinger ride, continue to provide the same fun and thrills years after its original debut, in fact over our park in France. Cause no matter your reason for taking it on, when that wind begins to rush against your faces and the chain swing seat that you are sat on starts to rotate around all of that picturesque scenery, you will be feeling something truly like nothing else. Number 9, Hollywood and Vine. A trip to Hollywood would not be complete without three main things: seeing the stars down the Walk of Fame, spotting a famous Hollywood sign, but most importantly breaking a dance over at the Vine. And there is no better way to do exactly that than on our number 9 position, as unlike your normal flat rides where you may only be spun around and around and around on multiple different axes, what makes this so crazy, and to be honest absolutely petrifying, is due to your two-person gondolas also being able to rock in every direction imaginable. It's just a shame there is no tunes to all of those grooves. Number 8, Brain Dead. Amongst many other aspects, one of my favourite parts of visiting an amusement park like this is being able to go completely upside down without feeling, well, brain dead that is, until now though, because as you can only guess by the name and the literal 7-story steel loop at the back of the park, which yes, you will be rotating and even endlessly pausing around, Elitch Gardens has taken this sensation to a whole new level. So if you understandably think that you may scream a lot, we suggest getting the ends of a train compared to the middle that faces inwards to one another. Number 7, Mind Eraser. From draining your brain to erasing your mind, already it is quite clear to see that this place has got some rather crazy rides. Yet no one can argue there's any crazier coaster in existence than the controversial Vekoma SLC, which you know it, we are just about to take on, or should I say bash our heads from side to side on, cause on the one hand it is a true masterpiece with its 50 miles per hour, 5 inversion leg dangling layout. However, for many the roughness of those restraints takes away from all of the enjoyment and in fact leaves them wishing that they can erase those memories altogether. Number 6, Boomerang. If you are like me and never really understood when we use school in real life, then climb right aboard Boomerang, because as soon as you've made it down that first drop, round the cobra roll and through the loop, you will not just be screaming your lungs out, however wishing that you pay more attention in the physics class when they said whatever goes up has to come back down again, as before you don't know it, you will be going back through it all again, this time completely backwards. So yes, it's maybe a common ride, but it will also be the best 2-minute physics lesson that you will ever have. Number 5, Starflyer. Calling this a swing ride has never felt completely right to me, as whilst it may feature the same 2-person chain seats that you would find at your local playground, there is a few things that definitely cannot, and I know as soon as you look up at them soaring 17 stories in the sky, you will very quickly realise what some of them are. One that can truly not be appreciated though until taken to the stars are those panoramic views, as from the theme park just below all the way over to the Denver city and mountains in the distance is to fall for, which luckily we'll not be encountering just yet. Number 4, Sidewinder. It is time for a classic, as opening alongside Elitch Gardens back in 1995 is none other than the Sidewinder, and I do not know whether it's a launch, higher station building, or the fact that it was built by one of the best coaster companies in the world, Aerodynamics, but even with its one inversion, it is far superior than Boomerang. Saying that though, they're all very similar to one another, and so our first on tip of the vid would be, my name is Tom and these are my tips, to prioritise your favourite one of these until you complete other uniquer experiences, such as the other classic Twister 2 has been completed. Number 3, Half Pipe. Now take whatever you think a giant skateboarding may be like and then chuck it all away, as I can almost guarantee that this experience right here is nothing like you would ever imagine. In a good way, of course, because you'll still be able to experience the fun and excitement of skating along a 100-foot tall ramp with added perks like not falling off, spinning non-stop, and if your group is split up into 2 different sides, some very funny interactions too. Thus leaving the question remaining, do you have what it takes to skate on? We would love to know in the comment section below. Number 2, Tower of Doom. If you are scared of heights, then it is probably best to look away now, because if you cannot tell by the subtle naming, its 200 foot height emphasises how this drop tower is 100% not for the faint of heart. Plus, you know when I said earlier that we will not be falling for it yet, well, surprise, after slowly ascending to the tippet of the tower, in addition to somehow getting, depending on what side you are facing, even better views than on Starflyer, you'd all be plummeting back down to planet Earth in a matter of seconds, which is absolutely bonkers if you ask me. Number 1, Twister 2. As you most likely saw, Elitch Gardens is home to some phenomenal experiences for the entire family. However, in our eyes, none is more worthy of this position than the very first one, Twister 2, because every single moment, from gazing at its almost 5,000 feet of stunning wooden track within the queue line, all the way to racing around it with your hands high in the air, will seriously blow you away. Even more so this summer when we see the transition into Twister 3 Storm Chaser with some added sensory features too. Thank you all for watching, bye bye.